Hello Aries, and thank you for joining me. I felt like in a loving mode today, so I decided to do some love readings. I haven't done any for a while. So this particular reading, Aries, is for those of you who are looking for maybe a new romantic connection or just to see if romance is coming back into your life. But specifically on what steps you need to take, or what spirit advise you to take, I should say, to bring that romantic love into your life. So I'm going to get started. Just to mention that if you have a person you're connected to already, but you're not having contact with, or, you know, if you're at a distance from your person, or recently had some sort of separation, there is another reading that I'm going to link at the end of this one, which is messages from your person. So that's sort of coming at love from a different angle. So if you find that useful, please do watch that too. Okay, Aries, we're going to get started. While I shuffle, could you take a moment, please, to click the subscribe button? It doesn't cost you anything, and I don't harass you, I promise. It's just that, yeah, the YouTube algorithm is playing up a bit at the moment. Well, that's what I think. YouTube may see it differently, but anyway. Right, that would really help the channel because, you know, some of the videos just aren't being seen by people. So if you could help me, that would be fantastic. So, Aries, I'm going to concentrate on you now. We're looking, Spirit, at Aries love. We're looking at Aries love. What is coming in for Aries, please? That was quick. They're quick off the mark today. So we have peace. That's always a good start for a reading, isn't it? We have back and forth. We have professional assistance. They're very quick today. We have optimism. Those just about fit in. They're such big cards. There we go. This is an interesting mix of cards for you, Aries. So we start off with you being fairly relaxed. I don't get the feeling, Aries, that things are particularly difficult for you at the moment in terms of, you know, where you feel at emotionally. That may not be the same for all of you, so I apologise if it isn't. But what I love about this card is not only is it a card of peace, which sort of makes, I'm getting a real grounded, centred energy from you, Aries, at the moment. And what I love is that I see two swans in partnership here. And I see you looking on at these two swans and just feeling quite sort of romantic and almost like an idyllic kind of energy. Like I said, you won't all be feeling that right in this instance, but you know, maybe it's the energy that's coming in for you, Aries. I think some of you have had a bit of a back and forth sort of energy in terms of your love relationships. Maybe you've had some relationships that have been very short term, that, you know, you've sort of made a link with someone and then sort of felt, no, they weren't right for you. And I do feel it's you that's made that decision, not the other person, Aries. It's almost like Spirit have just said struggling to find. And I do feel like for some of you, you've been struggling to find someone you just click with, you know. Others of you may just have felt a bit half-hearted about things, you know. This is the card of intention. We have intention for peace and intention here. And it does kind of feel like for some of you, you've sort of been, well, actually, I'm quite busy with my life. Maybe I'm busy with work. Maybe I've got good friends that I go out with. You know, do I need a relationship? So for some of you, maybe you've been feeling that, you know, some of the time, and that's why you've been a bit half-hearted about relationships. I do think there's an issue around sort of work and around other things that are keeping you busy. We do have professional assistance here, but I don't get the feeling, sometimes when I see this card, I get the feeling of legal procedures. I don't get that feeling. I get the feeling that this is about work for you and about the people you're surrounding yourself with. Yeah, I'm not going to say much more about that card at the moment because we're going to pull some others in a moment, and I want to see if Spirit are guiding you in a particular way. But it kind of feels it just feels like work, like you've been concentrating on other things for a while. But, you know, again, and what a beautiful card this is, a feeling of optimism surrounds you. Spirit is saying you should remain very optimistic about your love life, Aries. And if you haven't been, then this is maybe the time to sort of up that positivity, because we have a beautiful sunshine here, and it's all, you know, always good to look towards lighter energies. I also am drawn to all the fruit on these trees. So there's something here about a feeling of abundance, a feeling of achievement. And it's interesting to me that that carries on from this work-related card that I'm feeling here. Some of you may not be actually going out to work at the moment. Some of you may be, you know, retired, or, you know, be a person who's working sort of at home looking after a family. You know, it may be something like that. But there's definitely, this card is it's drawing me in a lot, and it's about where your focus is at the moment. So yeah, I want to pull some other cards just to get some more information. So I'll get some more information on this, and then I'm going to do some tarot to look at the steps that, you know, are coming in. The steps that are coming, you know what I mean? I was going to say the steps you need to take, but it's more than that. It's also about, you know, the energies that are coming in for you and the direction you're going to be guided in. So, but for the time being, can we have some more information about these cards, Spirit, please? You want me to take that one, don't you? Yeah, look. It's almost like we have the card of the Fates. I love this card because it's almost like, you know, you're feeling this sort of groundedness, this inner peace with yourself, Aries. And that's the time when fate steps in and begins to change things and introduce new things, because, you know, once you feel complete in yourself, then you're more likely to attract others who, you know, because you're in a good place. So, you know, there's definitely some divine intervention going on here for you, Aries. What's this back and forth energy? What's this about, Spirit, please? Yeah, I mean, I do get the feeling, as I say, your focus has been elsewhere for a little while, Aries, because we have the Observer card here, which suggests to me that, you know, as I talked about half-hearted energy up there, it's almost like some of the time you were quite happy to just sit back and watch everybody else be in relationships while you concentrated on something else. So what is this card, please? What's this professional assistance card? Ooh, that fell, but I feel I need to take it. There's an orphaned card here. So this is always, for me, that always feels about abandonment, about feeling alone, you know? Let me just feel this energy for a moment, because yeah, it may be that, you know, you've been concentrating on something else in your life, whether that be, and it does feel like work for a lot of you, but as I say, for some of you, it may be just sort of, you know, you're running your own household and there's only you doing it, and therefore, you know, you've not had any help. And it kind of feels like for a while that was very fulfilling, but now you're beginning to feel a bit alone. You know, you're recognizing that you haven't got anybody to share sort of responsibilities with, or, you know, just work hasn't fulfilled you emotionally, even if it's fulfilled you in other ways. Interesting. So now you're, you know, this is maybe what's drawn you to this reading today, because you're suddenly feeling that maybe you need more from life. Yeah, I mean, you know, here we have the card of optimism, and then we get all the glitters. And I said about looking towards the light, to lighter energies, and here we have lighter energies. Spirit are just saying to you, you know, I went off on a tangent then, because I was drawn by this card. Because I think I made reference before about, you know, you in the past having chosen people that perhaps the relationship didn't last very long because you knew quite quickly they weren't for you. And there's just a reminder here that, you know, you're feeling optimistic. You're going to draw people to you because you're feeling much more optimistic. And if you're not feeling it now, it's an energy that looks like it's coming in because it's this side of the reading. And Spirit are just saying, you know, don't rush into stuff, Aries. Don't rush into relationships because that's when they end up being temporary. Because all that glitters isn't gold. And there may be people that, I was going to say, aren't being very honest with you, but I don't mean that in a malicious way. They may be just presenting a front to you to impress you, but it may not be who they really are. And that may be something you've experienced before. And Spirit is saying, you know, you're in this lovely, peaceful, grounded, optimistic energy. You don't want someone else messing with that, basically. So be a bit discerning is the message from Spirit there. Right, I'm going to get the tarot. I said that like a big announcement. I'm going to get the tarot. Let's have a look at the energies that are coming in for you, because I think this is a really solid basis, Aries. I'm feeling extremely grounded with you and extremely peaceful at the moment. And it's all feeling really good, you know. I don't get the feeling that this isolation energy here is hugely negative either. I just think it's a passing thought, you know, that you're feeling actually it might be quite nice to have someone to do something with. It sort of feels that light, and there's definitely divine intervention. So let's see what Spirit have planned for you, what they have planned for your romantic life. What's coming in for Aries, please? What's coming in for Aries? Wow, you're going to be getting a lot of attention. Look at this person, you know. She's doing things for others, which is very nice. But look at the applause she's getting from people around her. You're going to be recognised for things you're doing. You're going to be getting a lot of attention coming up, Aries. Which is interesting. I love that. They say you're going to get a lot of attention, and then they say you may need to take some time for yourself. Yeah, they're saying, you know, there may be, things may come up and it may feel like a bit of a whirlwind. You may be very busy. And again, I'm drawn to this card. If you're someone who is working at the moment, and you may get drawn into a lot of work-based things that feel a bit like a whirlwind, you know, you maybe feel like you haven't got much choice but to go to them, when in actual fact, there may be moments where you just want time to sit and contemplate things. So they said try and get a balance there if you can. I think in terms of your romantic life, you're going to have choices. Look at this person trying to make a selection here. Interesting that she's going for the heart one. But I think you're going to have, as I say, you're going to be popular, Aries. We see that here. You're going to be centre of attention. And I think you could end up with more than one person asking you out. Yeah, there's definitely you being in social circumstances here, but the Four of Wands is very important, because the Four of Wands is about, yes, we've got you with other people here. Yes, we've got you enjoying and celebrating, but the Four of Wands is also about putting down a firm foundation. So, you know, I do get the feeling that with this optimism that you have, with you being discerning about the people that you're connected with and you enter into relationships with, you have a really good opportunity here to put down a firm foundation for your future. So, you know, that for me, the Four of Wands talks of, again, grounded energy, but as I say, something more long lasting, something more permanent. So let's find out, why is Aries the centre of attention, please? What's this all about? Why is Aries centre of attention? You're going to be drawing people to you. Look at this happiness. Like I said earlier, people are going to be drawn to you, Aries, because you have this lovely, peaceful, grounded energy going on, you know? And yes, you won't be like it all the time. I can almost hear some of you Arians saying to me, I only wish. It's not, you know, maybe this is energy that's coming in for some of you, or maybe some of you are there already, but I do feel that you're more grounded than you think you are, and you're feeling more an inner peace. Doesn't mean that you don't want things to change, but you're feeling sort of an inner peace at the moment, you know, and because you're feeling sort of that way, it's going to draw others to you that like your energy, and this is going to lead to a lot of happiness, Aries. So why does Aries need the hermit times? Maybe it's just because you're going to have a lot of people around you and you really need some time out, Aries. There's a passionate new beginning here. So maybe this, you know, hermit time that you're needing, this time alone that you're needing, you know, you just need to have those bits, because I do think you're going to be drawn into a lot of social events. And, you know, you may love it, but at the same time, you need the time to sort of figure out what it is you do want from a relationship. There's a lot of creativity in this card as well, but this talks of aces are always new beginnings. And, you know, the fire cards, the wands cards are very much about passion. And it's interesting that we've got fire in this card too. So although you're taking time out, it's time for you to work out what it is you're passionate about, and more to the point, who are the people you want in your life that help you to fuel that passion and to feel good, Aries. So why, oh, sorry, drop the cards, that doesn't help. Why is Aries feeling, why will Aries, I say she because I was looking at this lady, why will Aries have choices? What are the choices? I missed it, sorry, Spirit. What are the choices? Is it that one? Okay. You might need to take some time out to actually assess your choices. So, you know, yes, you'll be feeling passionate about a new beginning. Yes, you know, you may meet those people that sort of fire you up inside, but there may be more than one of them. And you may need to take some time, Aries. This is what we said about not rushing into things that may not be right for you. You may get a sort of a sudden passionate connection with someone, but it may be short-lived. And they're saying that there's somebody here that can offer something more long-term that you still feel the passion with. So they said, in making your choice about who you're going to be with, do you want your longer-lasting person, or do you want your moment of passion? Take the time, Aries, to think it through. That's the advice from Spirit. Oops. Hang on. I'm going to take this because it did come out as a card I should choose. Again, this is about, you know, this is usually a card that's sort of resting after a heartbreak or after a difficult time, but I don't feel this with you at the moment, Aries. I do feel that this is working in partnership with the Hanged Man here. Again, it's telling you that, you know, you need to take some time for yourself to just rest from everything that's going on. And it's interesting that we have the Hermit card and we have the Hanged Man. I don't get the feeling there's anything difficult going on. I just get the feeling you're going to be really busy, Aries. And because you're being really busy, Spirit are saying, you know, you don't always make the best decisions when you're really, really busy, do you? You sort of rush things and go for what you're passionate about. And that's why they're saying, make sure you get time to rest after the busyness, because that will help you make the right decision to get your person that's there for the longer term. Interesting that we see Queen of Swords energy here, because they're saying, you know, Aries, you know, you're a person that sort of is very, you know, good at working things out, you know, in your head. You know, you like to follow your principles. You've got quite strong principles and quite strong integrity, which we see here with the Queen of Swords. And, you know, this is why they're saying take this time out, because they're saying you don't want to rush into any decisions because you like the clarity of a situation, you know. There's also a strength in this card. The Queen of Swords can sometimes be quite intimidating, you know, And I think especially if you were in an energy where you were rushing into things, it might be a bit intimidating for possible suitors. But equally, I think you like a strong person, Aries. So they're saying in order to get the right person, you need that clarity. So take the time to get that clarity. They're telling me there's another card to come with the Queen of Swords. What's the next card, please? Yeah, exactly. They're saying you're somebody who likes the clarity and to work with integrity and principle, Aries, but make sure before you make any decision that you've got all the information. This person is trying to get a bullseye, but they've got their blindfold on, so they don't know where they're heading, you know? So they're saying make sure you've got all the information in order to make the choice. And that's why they're telling you to take your time and not rush into anything. It's difficult when you feel so passionate about things, and especially if you come across people you feel passionate about, it's difficult, isn't it, to sort of rein yourself in sometimes, but it's important to do that. Right, where do we go now? We're going to go romance angels. I'm going to pull 2 or 3 romance angels, and then I'll draw the reading to a close. So when Aries makes this right decision, what are the romantic messages that are coming through? What does Aries need to know about this person? What does Aries need to know about this person? Thank you. We have the card of playfulness. It says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. You're certainly going to be shining, because we see you getting all this attention and all this happiness, Aries. What else, please? Is it, woo, I don't know. Is it that one? Yes, it's that one. Hang on. We have the card of attraction. It says you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. So yes, as we say, Spirit is saying, you know, make sure you take moments out to rest, because you are going to be attracting a lot of people. You are going to be the center of attention, Aries, you know, and I think it is because you've got that beautiful energy going on inside at the moment. If this energy hasn't come in for you yet, look out for it. It's on its way. I dropped that, so I'm not going to take it. Okay. It's going to be worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So yes, it's almost like Spirit are rewarding you now, Aries. They're saying you've reached the stage where you feel complete in yourself. Yes, you've got moments where you would like to share that with someone else, but you are feeling pretty grounded in your energy here. So, you know, they're saying, we're going to bring this person in that's right for you. And it's almost like, I keep feeling it's a reward. I know that sounds a bit odd, because you shouldn't be rewarded with another person, but it's almost like Spirit are really appreciating, you know, everything you've been doing in your life to fulfill yourself emotionally. And that's why they're going to answer your call for another person coming in. I love that reading. Thank you for that, Aries, because your energy is so beautiful that I'm sort of absorbing it through the reading. How lovely is that? I'm going to leave it there, Aries. I hope that was helpful for at least some of you. Please don't forget, if you enjoyed it, to tick the like button. It really helps the channel, as does subscribing, as I probably said earlier. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there because that was very, very beautiful. There's nothing else I can really say. So don't forget, there's a linked reading at the end of this one, which is messages from your person if you already have a connection but are in some form of separation. So yeah, check that one out. All right, thanks a lot, Aries. Thank you so much for your ongoing support, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.